Assumed to be the nanny. First-class black woman delivers powerful reality check. Excuse me. Are you the nanny? She said it loud enough for the whole row to hear. You know the tone. That fake, polite voice people use when they're really trying to put you in your place. I looked up from my seat, 2A, first class, and blinked. The woman was in full pearls and pride mode, clutching her designer tote like it had secrets, staring at me, then at my daughter, then back at me. I paused, like, really paused, because if I said what I wanted to say, I'd end up on someone's phone, and not in a good way. So I just said, "Excuse me?" She gave this tight little smile. I just assumed. I mean, she doesn't look like you. Y'all, my daughter is 5. Light brown curls, big hazel eyes, unicorn backpack. She's biracial. I'm not. I'm a dark-skinned black woman and proud of it. Apparently, that meant I couldn't possibly be her mom. I heard my daughter whisper, "Mommy, why is she being weird?" That stung more than it should have, because this wasn't the first time, wasn't even the third, and it never stops hurting. I turned back to the woman and said, "No. I'm not the nanny. I'm her mother. And we're on our way to Paris, first class, like you." Now her smile dropped. Her eyes did that flicker thing. Panic, then embarrassment. Then that quick cover-up rich women do where they pretend you're the one being rude. You ever been in that moment where you feel yourself getting smaller, even though you know you did nothing wrong? But that day, I didn't shrink. I decided right then. She picked the wrong woman. And this flight, it was going to be real educational. So we're boarding, right? My daughter's skipping ahead, all excited about her little window seat. I've got her favorite snacks, her tablet, her blanket, the whole mom kit on point. And I can feel this woman watching me, still trying to figure it out, like the math just isn't mathing for her. You know that stare? The one that says, "There's no way you belong here." And I swear I wasn't going to say anything else. I really wasn't. I just wanted peace. I just wanted to get through this flight without a microaggression becoming a full-blown TED Talk. But then she leans toward me and goes, "I kid you not. She's lucky to have someone like you." Like I'm some charity case. I turned slowly, took a deep breath, looked her right in the eyes, and I said, "You mean she's lucky to have a mother who's a Harvard-educated VP at one of the top firms in the country?" Her mouth opened, then closed. I didn't wait. I added, "She's lucky, all right, but not for the reason you're thinking." Want to know the best part? The flight attendant had walked up just in time to hear that. She smiled, like a real smile, and said, "Drinks before takeoff?" I just nodded. "Champagne, please." My daughter giggled. Mommy's favorite. The woman didn't say another word. Not one. But that silence. It was loud. You ever been in a space where you know someone's rethinking everything they believed just 5 minutes ago? That little bubble of privilege popped, right there in seat 2B. And honestly, I wasn't done yet. Because if she was going to assume my story, then maybe I should tell her the real one. So about 30 minutes into the flight, she taps me, like lightly on the arm, like we're friends or something. She starts with, "I hope I didn't offend you earlier." And I'm thinking, hope? Girl, you launched a whole offensive. But I keep it cool. I say, "Well, let's just say, it's not the first time someone's assumed something like that." She does this sad smile thing. People can be so ignorant these days. These days. As if that's new. As if her mouth wasn't part of the problem 20 minutes ago. But then, she says something that stops me. I just, I honestly thought you were the help. You don't see many. And she pauses. Women like you in first class? I blink. Women like me? She stumbles. I mean, young and, you know, fashionable. Now I'm laughing. Like, really laughing. Because at this point, it's either that or cuss her out. You mean black? I ask. Her cheeks go red. No, I didn't mean. Yes, you did. And that's okay. Own it. She's flustered now. Well, what do you do? And I go, oh, I dismantle systems built to keep women like me out of places like this. She blinks. I'm an executive coach. I train people on how to spot unconscious bias in leadership, especially in hiring and promotion. You'd be shocked how many don't even know they're doing it. The irony was so thick you could spread it on toast. She went quiet again, but not in a defensive way. More like thinking. You ever see someone start to realize they've been part of the problem for years without ever knowing it? That was her. Right then. And it was just getting good. So about halfway through the flight, we're cruising steady, and my daughter's knocked out with her headphones on, curled up with her little blanket. She looks like peace. And this woman, I never even caught her name, by the way. She's still sitting there, fidgeting with her necklace, glancing over like she wants to say something, but doesn't know how. Finally, she goes, "Can I ask you something? Personal?" I sigh. You already have, but sure. Let's go 3 for 3. She kind of laughs, nervous. Was it hard? You know, getting here? And that hit me, because no matter how many degrees you get, no matter how many commas are in your bank account, people still assume you don't belong. I looked at her and said, hard doesn't even cover it. I told her about the interviews where they loved my resume until I walked in. Told her about the time I got promoted and someone said, wow, diversity really is working these days. Told her about the meetings where I was the only black woman in the room, and somehow always the one asked to take notes. I said, every room I walk into, I have to prove I'm supposed to be there, over and over. It's exhausting. She just looked at me. I guess I never thought about that, she said quietly. And I told her, that's the problem. You didn't have to. Can you imagine that? Living in a world where you never have to think about how people see you until someone makes you? Yeah. Must be nice. But you know what's nicer? Making them think about it anyway. And that's exactly what I was doing. So we're an hour out from landing, and things are quiet. My daughter's still sleeping, her little hand holding onto my arm. And this woman, she's sitting there staring out the window, like she's watching her whole world view crumble in real time. Then out of nowhere, she goes, my daughter's marrying a black man. I didn't expect that. I raised an eyebrow. Okay, she nods. They've been together 3 years. He's wonderful, sweet, driven, funny. But when they first started dating, I panicked. She said it like a confession, like she was telling a priest and hoping for forgiveness. I told her to be careful, that the world would treat her differently, that their kids might struggle. She looked over at me, eyes watering a little. But really, I was scared of what my friends would say, my family, what I would have to confront. I didn't say anything right away. Then I asked, do you still feel that way? She shook her head. After today? Number honestly, you just sat here, being brilliant, being a mom, being calm, and I realized I've been part of the thing I claim to worry about. I didn't want the world to judge them. But I was doing the judging too. That landed hard. I looked at her and said, "Loving someone black isn't enough. You have to do the work. You have to check yourself, constantly." She nodded, real slow. "I think I'm ready to start." And for the first time, it didn't feel performative. It felt human. You ever see someone really get it? Like light bulb on, no going back? Yeah, that happened. Right there. Seat 2 be 30,000 feet in this air. Plane starts descending. That gentle tilt that tells you the journey's almost over. My daughter wakes up, yawns big, stretches like a cat. "Are we there yet?" she asks, rubbing her eyes. "Almost, baby," I say, brushing her curls back. And then, this part I'll never forget. The woman turns to my daughter and says, "You have an incredible mom." My daughter grins. "I know," I chuckled. "She's got confidence for days." The woman smiled too. But this time, it was different. No pity, no awkwardness, just respect. As we're taxiing to the gate, she reaches into her bag, pulls out a business card, and hands it to me. "If you ever run a workshop in New York or speak anywhere, please let me know. I think a lot of people I know need to hear you." I take the card. It's some big corporate title, a law firm, I think. "I'll think about it," I say. And then she pauses. "Thank you for not making me feel like trash, even when I probably deserved it." I look at her. "You're welcome. But let's be real. I didn't do it for you. I did it for her." I nod toward my daughter. Because one day, she'll be the one in this seat, and I want the world to look at her and see her, not their assumptions. We stood up, grabbed our bags, walked off that plane like we owned the runway, and I swear I could feel the shift. You ever been part of someone's turning point? Because I think I was. If you were in this situation, what would you do? Ever had to challenge someone's assumptions or your own?